I did want to kind of pull up this article though, just to kind of give a the APAC backed perspective of what other people are like what they would be saying. Now, Axios I usually trust as like a objective reporting. This feels very um, propagandistic, and I'm very surprised that they would have like a title like this or whatever. When this is not like objective reality, in my opinion. I think it was, a relatively neutral, if not been like, I would say like it was kind of a bad day for APAC if I had to guess, and that generally the left overperformed all over. And so this is a very silly, I think, title. Andrew Solender, I don't really know what you're doing. You might want to, I don't know, you might want to go back to title school or whatever. I mean, you might want to you might have missed that day because, yeah, that's not an objective fact here, and it doesn't say opinion in front of it. So I'm just going to read this real quick just so that people can kind of, because we're probably going to see a lot of this in the near term, and anytime that APAC even has like a slightly something that it can spin is slightly not a loss. So I just want to read this so that people can know what to look out for when they're seeing these articles. But okay, this is the squad left suffers complete wipeout in Illinois by Andrew Solender. The left suffered a virtually total collapse in Illinois Democratic congressional primaries on Tuesday night, even in races where the AIPAC-backed candidate lost. Again, we kind of just went over why that's not 100% the case, but okay. Why it matters. It's a bad sign for the dozens of insurgent Democrats running in congressional races across the country, both in open seats as primary rivals to older or more establishment-oriented incumbents. I don't really think so. I think they all overperformed. Like Ryan Grimm said, a lot of them, if they hadn't split the vote or whatever, they would have won. And APAC honestly didn't really do that great the entire like in any of the races or whatever. A lot of their backed candidates lost to more moderately criticism, Israel criticizing candidates or whatever. But it's great news for House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries, who is most popular among the moderate and mainstream liberal wings of his party. Hakeem isn't going anywhere. His district is he will safely continue winning his district. He's very popular in his district. He just the entire party hates him. The entire base of the Democratic Party hates him. Like they think that he sucks. And he might not get a leadership role next time if I had to guess, but most of the Democratic House candidates who have refused to commit to supporting Jeffries for leader or speaker are leftist insurgents. Yeah. Driving the news. Kat Abu Ghazala, a left-wing influencer and journalist backed by Justice Democrats and the Sunrise Movement, lost to Evanston Mayor Daniel Biss in the closely watched race in Illinois' 9th District. Biss and Abu Ghazala were both opposed by AIPAC, whose proxy elect Chicago women spent millions in support of pro-Israel state Senator Laura Fine, who came in third. L. Major L. But AIPAC pivoted in the final week of the campaign to focusing its fire on the more pro-Palestinian Abu Ghazala than Biss, who was backed by the Congressional Progressive Caucus and Senator Elizabeth Warren. They retracted all of their support for Biss the moment that he said anything even remotely pro. When he said anything remotely anti-Israel. So I don't think that's true. I don't think they supported him at all. I think that they might have counterbalanced Abu Ghazala with like other progressives or whatever by pumping other progressives. But yeah, another AIPAC affiliate, Chicago Progressive Partnership, ran ads painting Abu Ghazala as a closet Republican and boosting a lower tier leftist in the race. Bushra Amiwala. Yeah, that's what I was saying before. They boosted this person. But also, you can see by their strategy that the premise of this article is wrong. They say the squad left suffers complete wipeout, but all of the ad spend and everything that AIPAC is doing is to paint these super left-wing progressive people as somehow closet Republicans or like right-wing in a way, showing that it's really unpopular to be right-wing or to be centrist or like anywhere like anywhere even moderately close to the center instead of being like some form of like radical to the left when it comes to the Democratic Party. So a similar story played out in the 8th District, where progressive Junaid Ahmed lost to moderate former Representative Melissa Bean, the pick of both AIPAC and crypto and AI affiliated PACs. Unlike Abu Ghazala, however, Ahmed was supported by both the CPC and Warren, yeah, and Justice Democrats and Senator Bernie Sanders and local Democratic Socialists of America chapter. Like, under what circumstance? Like, okay, like yes, like Ahmed. I don't know a ton about Ahmed. Okay, I don't know. Or sorry. Oh, okay. Never mind. I got it backwards. Sorry. Ahmed was supported. So Abu Ghazala did not get the endorsement of these chapters. Ahmed did, is what they're saying, but he still lost. Um, in Illinois' second district, progressive state senator Robert Peters came in a distant third behind AIPAC-backed Cook County Commissioner Donna Miller and former Rep. Jesse Jackson. This was the vote splitting one. The person who won got 40% of the vote, whereas yeah, they should have consolidated, I guess, in this circumstance. And in the 7th district, CPC backed labor leader Anthony Driver Jr. and progressive organizer Keena Collins finished third and fourth. The race was won by who edged out AIPAC. So, okay, AIPAC lost that one too. Um, AIPAC says life looks pretty good, boasting that Illinois voters rejected far-left would-be squad members who centered their campaigns on attacking Israel. Like I said, this was a mixed bag. This whole night was a mixed bag. But the thing that you can take for a matter of fact is that AIPAC spent 20 something million dollars here and got a mixed bag result. The more money we bleed from them in these races, the less money they have for other races. You just have to keep making it as costly as possible. On the 9th district, they said in another post, while disappointed Laura Fine didn't prevail, the pro-Israel community is proud to have helped defeat would-be squad member, yeah, it's the Kat Abu Ghazala and Bushra Amuwala, the person that you tried to boost in order to split the vote with Kat. But yeah, all of this is pointing, like, in my opinion, to uh like none of this shows that like left-wing populism or whatever is somehow like not working or whatever, like the premise of this that they're trying to portray. I think that what this shows, if anything, is that APAC and all of these groups are getting a lot trickier. They're attacking left candidates, saying that they're right wingers or saying that they're centrists, in order to get people to not vote for them. But the actual like policy positions of the left are like incredibly popular right now. And Kat was a completely unknown person before this, and she got up to like second place, lost by 5% or whatever, or like less than 5%. So that's a win in and of itself, even with the amount of money being put against her. The other side, left-wing groups focus on the money spent by AIPAC and AI and crypto-affiliate PACs, also knowing that many of the ads those groups ran touted the more moderate candidates as progressive fighters. Yeah, they're just lying. They're getting better at lying in their ads while trying to undermine the left-wing bona fides of their leftist rivals. Yeah, of course. It took AIPAC, AI, and crypto coming together to spend millions whitewashing Melissa Bean's right-wing record in Congress to elect a former congressman. Justice Democrats Executive Director Alexandra Rojas said in a statement on the result in the 8th District, yeah, it's just getting more and more expensive for them, and it'll keep getting more and more expensive as time goes on. Rojas said the result in the 9th District takes nothing away from the trailblazing campaign Kat ran and is a massive loss for AIPAC as they lose more and more influence within the Democratic Party. I agree. No amount of shell packs or covert funding can hide their toxicity from Democratic votes, she said. A Justice Democratic spokesperson also stressed that the group spent very little in these races, while AIPAC spending was, in several cases, combined with spending by AI and crypto PACs. Yeah, so it's just, I think we're going to see a lot of framing like this. Anytime that the right or anytime that AIPAC gets even like a slight victory like they did last night, I think we're going to see a lot of these think pieces and articles come out about how, oh, it's totally the left is totally done. Their policies are toxic. Nobody likes them. If you do an actual analysis of how AIPAC is spending their money, what they're saying in their ads, everything points to and indicates that it is incredibly toxic right now to be anti-Israel, or sorry, to be pro-Israel in the Democratic Party. Um, and every single day it's going to become more and more toxic. There's nothing they can do about it. It's just going to keep happening. So they spent $22 million this time. Next time, let's make them spend $40 million. The time after that, let's make them spend $80 million. The time after that, let's make them spend $100 million. The time after that, let's make them spend $150 million. We just keep getting the price up. There's an amount that I'm sure that they can spend it on any election to get their candidate in. We just need to make it so costly and so unfeasible for them to do so. So that is my opinion on the matter. You have heard it. You have loved it. You do not disagree with me even in the slightest, I can tell.